Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you're all fine. You're doing well. Here I'm doing well. I'm getting a good response. Please, everyone, be serious and complete the works given. So, children, we are dealing the lesson metals and non-metals. In the last part of our lesson, we have started chemical properties of metals and non-metals. In that, I completed reaction with oxygen as well as reaction with water. So, children, I hope you have understood the lesson till now. We completed all the physical properties for both metals and non-metals, and activities also I completed. So, I started chemical properties of metals and non-metals. In that also two reactions we completed, one with oxygen and one with water, with many examples. So, today we are going to continue with the next chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Children, please be attentive. So in today's class, we are going to study about reaction with acids. So when it comes to metals, when metal reacts with an acid, a salt and hydrogen gas are produced. A general equation for part I completed, there also I have given. Here also you have to remember general equations like a metal plus acid that gives rise to a salt plus hydrogen gas. Now coming to salts, I hope children you have learned acids, bases and salts in 7th standard. Just recollect those names of few salts, okay? So salts are compounds formed when a metal replaces hydrogen in an acid, okay? Different acids and metals react to form salts. Like if you take a magnesium sulfate, iron sulfate, zinc chloride, iron chloride, these are examples of salts. So in our lesson, we have to do activities related to few salts like a copper sulfate, iron sulfate and all. That time I will show what is a salt. Okay. So but you have to remember what are salts. So zinc reacts with sulfuric acid to form zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. I already told that when a metal reacts with an acid, a salt and hydrogen gases are produced. So here a salt is here, a zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. Okay. When you come here, zinc plus sulfuric acid gives rise to zinc sulfate. This is your salt plus hydrogen gas. So in the equation, these equations balancing and all in higher level you learn. For your knowing, I have given children. No worry about these things. Only you have to remember this equation. Zinc plus sulfuric acid gives rise to zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. Okay. Zn plus H2SO4. You already learned the symbols in the last part that gives rise to zinc sulfate plus H2. Okay. One more point I'll tell you. Just listen. The other examples. Magnesium reacts with sulfuric acid to form magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas. Okay. Aluminium reacts with hydrochloric acid to form aluminium chloride and hydrogen gas. These are other examples. Okay. With some metals, the reaction is very fast as well as vigorous. Well, you add acids to zinc or iron like that, you can see reaction is very fast. While with other metals, it may be slow. Okay. Now, some metals do not react with acids at all. Okay, you have to remember these points. That means when you take a metal and an acid, all the metals equally don't react with acid. Some reactions will be faster, some will be slow, and some they don't react. So all the metals you have to remember like this. Okay, when you come to non-metals, generally non-metals do not react with acids. So children, in general, you have to remember, if you imagine this is any metal like a zinc, aluminium or iron, it is kept in acid. Okay, so we can find that some metallic salt will be formed here as well as the hydrogen gas is evolved. So the bubbles indicates here the hydrogen gas. So this is general, you have to remember children. So here acid solution, in that I am keeping some metal here. So what happens? A chemical reaction takes place. Already we have discussed a metal plus acid gives rise to salt plus hydrogen gas. So I can see the bubbles of these hydrogen gas here. As it comes out, if you keep burning matchstick, it releases a pop sound where it indicates the pop sound, the presence of hydrogen gas. Or in this reaction, we can tell that hydrogen gas is evolved. So this is also one more point you have to remember, because already I told that when a metal reacts with an acid, we get a metallic salt. Nothing but if you have seen a zinc sulfate or magnesium sulfate or aluminium chloride, this all comes under metallic salts, children. That also you have to remember. Okay, with an evolution of hydrogen gas. If you keep a burning matchstick near the uh, neck of the beaker, you can listen a pop sound. So this point also you have to keep in the mind when metals reacts with acids. So one more example, children. If you take a dilute acid here, when you are taking a acid, always you have to take a dilute acid. You should not take a concentrated. Listen the difference between a concentrated acid and dilute acid. Dilute acid means you have to uh, take a beaker with water. In that you have to add a few drops of acid. Then as that solution is called a dilute solution of an acid. Okay, you have to remember in such a way, because acid is very dangerous. That's why we have to go with a dilute acid. So in that, I have taken a metallic strip related to magnesium. So we know that in general, a metal with acid gives rise to metallic salt plus evolution of hydrogen gas. So the bubbles, what we are seeing is your hydrogen gas. Okay, the metallic salt. If it is H2SO4 acid, we get a magnesium sulfate. If it is HCl, magnesium chloride will be formed here, children. Okay. If it is sulfuric acid, hydrogen will be evolved. Hydrochloric acid also, hydrogen will be evolved. That point you have to remember, children. So, children, coming to the reaction with bases, I hope you know some bases like sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, these all what you have learned in 7th standard. Okay, just you recollect those bases, few examples. So, when coming to metals, most metals do not react with bases actually in general. Very few metals like aluminium, zinc, and lead reacts with the solutions of strong bases only, not weak bases. This point also you have to remember. Like sodium hydroxide, which is strong base. I hope you know this. To produce a compound of that metal and hydrogen gas is evolved here. Okay, so when to understand the reaction with bases, whatever the activity you have to perform is take a sodium hydroxide solution. In that you can keep pieces of zinc. So you can get compound of that metal with an evolution of hydrogen gas, children. So when you go to the non-metals, the reactions of non-metals with bases are very complex. That means you cannot understand it here at this level. So about these you're going to learn in your higher level, children. So these are the pictures related to reaction of two different metals with sodium hydroxide. I told that metal with the uh, strong base. Already I gave example like aluminium and zinc. So those two examples I have shown in the picture. So what you'll get a compound of that metal with an evolution of hydrogen gas. These 2 points you have to remember. So what are you going to get in general? Metal plus sodium hydroxide gives rise to metallic hydroxide with an evolution of hydrogen gas. Here also in this case also you can see hydrogen gas is evolved. So keep these points in the mind, children. Children, we have completed that metal react with water as well as oxygen, which is available in the atmosphere. So you have to remember like that iron and many other metals react with oxygen as well as moisture present in the atmosphere. This phenomenon is nothing but called a corrosion. So when coming to the definition, the process of slow eating away of a metal due to attack of atmospheric gases and moisture on its surface is called a corrosion. When this aluminium is attacked with moisture as well as oxygen, it rusts like this. If you see the picture, the rusting of aluminium, and directly it's not a metal. Any object which is made up of aluminium, already we have discussed uh, the uses of few metals in one of the part. So this is an object made with aluminium. How it got rusted? Nothing but aluminium corrosion, or we can call it as corrodes also. So whatever the picture you are seeing, the picture is related to iron nails. They got rusted. So what is happening here? Just listen. Iron reacts with oxygen and moisture present in the atmosphere to form a brown flaky substance that is called rust. Okay, as a result, not only these nails, any objects which are made with iron become weak with the passage of time. So copper objects get coated with a green substance called a basic copper carbonate with the passage of time. This green substance is formed due to the reaction of copper with carbon dioxide and the moisture present in the atmosphere. So not only always oxygen, whatever the metal, it reacts with any of the gases which are available in the atmosphere. You have to remember like that. This all comes under corrosion, and it is a disadvantage for us. So whatever the picture you are seeing, these all related to silver articles. Silver objects become blackened and lose their sheen. Sheen means related to shining nature with the passage of time. This happens due to the reaction of silver with hydrogen sulfide gas which is present in the atmosphere. Okay. So children, you have understood how each metal corrodes, the corrosion process, what it has taken place. So different metals reacts with the different gases available in the atmosphere, and the coating of the layer what is formed is different. So this all keep in the mind, children. So coming to displacement reactions, this part is very important till 10th standard. So keep everything in mind and attentively listen. A metal reacts with a salt solution and displaces or replaces the metal present in it. What is salt solution? Already we were discussing some salts, like when a metal with acid gives rise to metallic salt, like a copper sulfate, iron sulfate, magnesium sulfate. These are nothing but your metallic salts. So solution means in the water you have to dissolve it. Then automatically you get a solution of those metallic salt solutions. Okay, that point you have to keep in the mind. Now displacement reactions are explained on the basis of the activity series of metal. Now you have to understand what is activity series. The activity series of metals is the list of common metals arranged in the decreasing order of reactivity. Okay, a metal which is placed higher in the activity series is more reactive than those placed below it. So we can call this in different way, like reactivity of metals also. So this is one of the key point you have to remember. What is that? A metal will only react with a salt solution if it is placed higher in the activity series than the metal in the salt. So for example, if you take a zinc sulfate, if you take a metal like copper or magnesium or aluminium in that zinc sulfate solution, okay, and you have to know the activity series also. That activity series also is important for you. If you remember the activity series, you can understand this. So children, once again remember, a metal will only react with a salt solution if it is placed higher in the activity series than the metal in the salt. So children, if you see here, this is one of the activity series of metals. Here potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, carbon, zinc, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver, gold. If you see here, this is least reactive and this is most reactive. So I told that a metal which is placed higher in the activity series is more reactive than those placed below it. If you see, potassium is more reactive than sodium, sodium is more reactive than calcium, calcium is more reactive than magnesium, magnesium is more reactive than aluminium, carbon is more reactive than zinc, zinc is more reactive than iron, iron is more reactive than Tin. Tin is more reactive than lead. Lead is more reactive than hydrogen. Hydrogen is more reactive than copper. Copper is more reactive than silver. Silver is more reactive than gold. You can take side or you can go with another combination, like if you take sodium is more reactive than copper. Okay. Zinc is more reactive than tin here. Okay. Aluminum is more reactive than iron. Calcium is more reactive than hydrogen, like that. It can be any combination. You have to remember that sentence. What a metal which is placed in higher in the activity series is more reactive than those placed below it. You have to remember. If you remember these all in order, no problem. If you cannot remember also, we have one more trick. You remember these sentences. Okay. Here, please stop calling me a careless zebra. Instead, try learning how copper saves gold. If you see here, P indicates potassium, S indicates sodium, Cal indicates calcium, M indicates magnesium, A indicates aluminium, Car indicates carbon, Z indicates zinc, I indicates iron here, T indicates tin, Le indicates lead, H indicates hydrogen, copper, S indicates silver here, gold. I hope either you remember this sentence or you remember all this in order. This is very much important till your 10th standard children activity series. Okay. We can call it as a reactivity series of metals also. Okay. So children, in today's class, we have learned reaction with acids, reaction with bases, and we have learned related corrosion of different metals as well as activity series also. So children, I want activity series oral message to me personally along with your assignment. So I will see who is going to tell activity series by heart. Okay, or you can remember the sentence also, no problem. But I want oral message. I'll see who is going to send it. Okay, so with that, I conclude today's class. So thank you, children, and meet you again in one more online video class.